Hello everyone and a very good evening to you all. We are back once again for ABS Tier 1 here at home and the very beginning, the very origin of Formula 1 racing here at Silverstone. The British Grand Prix, round number 6 of the ABS Tier 1 season. And beautiful day for it, to be honest. Sun is shining, unlike real life. But yeah, I'm delighted to say I am joined by Alfie for today. How are you doing?
I'm alright, thank you. Yeah, and yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Obviously, another new partner, but you can never really complain with that. See, someone different to talk the race through, I guess. So, again, warm welcome to you. My third week now doing this, and it's fair to say I'm enjoying how this ABS season is playing out. If anyone did miss last week, it was debutant PSR Mac that shocked the field and took home victory in the Austrian Grand Prix, shooting himself up now to 8th in the championship. He's back again today for more, so it's absolutely fantastic to see. And yeah, that's what, 3 different winners in the last 3 races. Obviously, if you're just catching up with the news, FRA LMG, who suffered a DNF at France due to a wheel issue, basically called it quits for the meantime. So it's a shame to see, but what that does mean is Belafrox does take the championship lead now. FH, it could have been his last week, but a late disconnect denied him of the race win, which he's been so close, but yet so far away from. Maybe today is his time. We've got a great grid once again. It's absolutely stacked today. Any predictions from you, Alfie?
Well, in TRL, Alun is my driver because you've got team principals and I'm the Alpine team principal. And Alun's my driver and he's currently winning Tier 2 for my team. So I'm going to go for Alun just for the culture, really. It's only fair.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't had... Oh yeah, he won Baku, so I take that back, but that's his only point-scoring finish of the season, and he's only raced, 3 times as well, no points in Spain. Turned that around to a win in Baku, but then DNF'd in France, and I don't think was here last week, but I'm not too sure. There's loads of dashes on the spreadsheet, and I don't know whether that means they didn't turn up, but I don't know. Anyway... Absolutely. Mr. Boca, P1 at the moment, had a bad F1 opinion, who posted that lap time on the medium tyres. So a competitive one from the Aston Martin driver.
Speaking of of bad F1 opinions, do you have any unpopular F1 opinions? Like, go on.
I mean, is this the time? I'm not sure, but I've never really had an unpopular F1 opinion. Like, you've put me on the spot here.
Do you want me to say one?
Yeah, go on then. Go ahead.
Perez is overrated. Like, he's not been doing as well as people think this season.
Fair enough. Twitch chat. Argue all you want. There you go. There's the opinion.
Wait, what's the Twitch? I need
ABS _ Racing League. Oh, and around goes AMS Top. In dramatic fashion at Luffield, just watching in there. It's always the drivers we watch that tend to have the spins, especially in qualifying. Not so much in the race, they come at any point from any driver. It's just the drama of racing.
Akos has quite a solid lap so far. I think, yeah, you're on board with him as well.
Into Copse Corner, flat out in 8th gear. Perfect stuff from, I believe, the Mercedes reserve, unless there's been grid switches that I don't really know too much about.
Yeah. Oh, right, a bit too much curb there. Yeah.
Far too much curb.
Validation.
Oh, and where have we seen this before? It's a Red Bull at high speed in the barrier at Copse Corner.
Deja vu.
Oh.
Very similar
What
fashion.
A shame.
Yeah.
Except his car isn't in 47 pieces.
Ah,
Through goes the championship leader, Leverox.
I'm currently on
Having
board
to
with
maggots, Beckett's and Sheffield.
PSR Mac. He's on mediums now. I don't know about you, but I've always found the strategy around Silverstone is a simple soft and medium stop from about lap 11, lap 12. So to try and qualify well on mediums is definitely a different strategy call, because I think the crossover between the soft and mediums really won't benefit him in the long run if he is going to be pitting onto softs by the end. And then if there's a safety car when the pit window for the softs come out, the only tyres he can go on is hards because the softs won't go to the end. As he comes across the line, he goes P9, sort of joining his fellow medium runner, top, and his teammate's gone quickest.
Yes, he has. No surprises there. By a solid 0.3 of a second there as well. So we'll see if anyone has any answers for that. Surprisingly, I was going to say it's early days. It's really not. We're well into the second half of the session now, and we've only had 11 lap times on the board. One DNF as well. We have another spinner. I believe it's a McLaren, and it is. It's AMS Partick off on the exit of Chapel. Bit similar to probably what Sergio Perez managed to do in the F1 sprint.
Bad driver.
We've got some...
sorry.
So we've got some Red Bull replicas going on here of their mishaps at Silverstone. Good water. Solid 8 out of 10 there for refreshment.
Speaking of fresh,
Oscar Mick crosses the line.
Speaking of refresh, we've got, I believe, Fresh commenting hi in the chat. Hello, Fresh.
Oh yeah.
I think that was a great little segue.
I agree.
Yeah. Currently, there's an Alpha Tauri round in the final corner. Is it fairly? Yes, it is. He's about to start his lap. The two Hatters have came in. Is that Seed stayed out? No, it's bad F1 opinions.
He's just starting a flying lap now.
Yeah.
He crosses the line.
Yeah.
And remember, his first lap time was on the medium, so this could be a lap to keep an eye on here.
Oh yeah. I've been on just current tyre, not actual tyre. That makes sense. Like the quickest tyre. Oh, FRT, sorry. Behind, he started a lap as well.
Indeed. Purple Sector 1 for bad F1 opinion.
Oh.
As he goes now through Luffield Corner, turn number 7. Hopefully he doesn't get it wrong, because this is a crucial run now. Down to Cops Corner. Got to keep the inside line at Woodcut. Blasting past the old pit straight. Still in use, obviously, for the national circuit. But look at that. Full commitment through Cops. Wiping out the camera. Now to Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. You can just see how much commitment he's got through there. And
I think he lost the rear a bit there. I think so, yeah. He's lost a bit of
like
time.
Still
3/10 up, though.
To Stowe. 6th gear. Holds it well. Down the hill now towards the Vale chicane. Braking on the curb. Gets that in nicely. Now the final couple of corners. Club being the final corner. Bad F1 opinion. Is it good enough?
Yes,
it is.
Wow.
What a lap from bad F1 opinion to shock the championship leader at this stage.
Very good lap there from the lovely green Aston Martin. Aston Martins. James Bond. Have you watched any James Bond yet?
I haven't.
You haven't? No. I'm watching it tomorrow. I'm looking very much forward to it.
Have fun. I mean, it's Team Silverstone at the end of the day. Aston Martin, literally based at the circuit, just outside.
I'm pretty much based at the. Well, I say pretty much. I'm going to be going to the. Hopefully, I'm going to be going to the Silverstone UTC next year for college. Fingers crossed. Little subtle flex there.
Yeah, I have a mate who goes there, so.
Wait, I might know him.
Maybe.
The only person who I know there, his name's Jeremy, so unless you know a kid called Jeremy, then...
No, I don't know anyone called Jeremy. I only know Jeremy Clarkson.
Balls. No, it's old cock, and it's not even him.
Bad F1 opinion. Into the pit lane comes Mr. Boca, who aborted his lap time last time round, is going again. He's found a similar amount of time in the first sector, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
So Mr. Boca posting some consistent laps at the moment. AMS Top, who's gone well so far on the mediums, is out there again. Alun E now coming down in towards the Vale chicane. This is a driver that you're certainly keeping an eye on. Into the final corner he goes, perhaps a bit too much inside curb, perhaps just had to lift off a little bit there, but he crosses the line and in fact goes P3. So very good lap time there by the Ferrari driver. Mr. Boca, how's he doing? 1.5 tenths up, so he could maybe put himself back up into P3 here and claim once again a spot on the second row of the grid.
It's been a very clean lap so far as he's about to round the final corner. Takes a bit of the red sausage curb on both of the Vale chicane. Comes across the line now.
Oh,
it's enough for P3 and dethrones Alun.
He actually ran out of fuel there, so very fortunate there that he could just get that lap time in because there's not long left to go in this session. These are solid as well.
Yeah, he's just gone straight to the wall. Mr. Boca, after setting a lap worthy of P3, he's just decided to go straight into the wall. I'm not sure if, I don't know, wheel disconnection or something.
Well, I think he's just trying to retire, because there we go.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to get another lap time in at the moment. TRT Seeds currently on a lap. He scored a very solid P4 last time around, with the fastest lap as well at Austria. So he comes into this British Grand Prix on improved form, does the Dutch driver. And that's a solid first sector as well, finding a marginal improvement. Now, can he deliver around the rest of the lap? There'll be some great teamwork for sure by the Aston Martin boys if they can both qualify high up the grid. Both very talented drivers.
He's kept it flat.
Corner for Seeds, easy flat.
Coming through Maggots and Beckett's now. Actually a very clean line there. He picks up a bit of grass on the front left tyre, but it's enough to get 2.5 tenths up. Coming now down the hanger straight. I believe this is the hanger straight. Coming through the very long right-hander. I don't actually know the name of that corner. I know the corner coming up now. That's the one. The Vale chicane. He doesn't take nearly as much curb as I believe Mr. Boca did. He comes across the line now, and it's enough to promote him up a position. So good lap from him there.
Absolutely. Just lost a tiny bit of time, but I don't think it means anything at the end of the day. FH currently on a push lap as well. We've got drivers making their way around the circuit on out laps and flying laps at the moment. So we'll try and keep up with everything that's going on. We've got 13 seconds to go before the checker flag. Beleferox has started his flying lap. Is Bad F1 Opinion going to make it? I think he's only got 5 seconds to make the line. He's actually made it.
Fair play to him there.
There might be a bit of a timing glitch. Bad F1 Opinion has got the best of the track conditions. FH will be up next to cross the line. What can the Alfa Romeo driver do? It was a nearly moment last week, and he puts himself on row 3 in P6. Next to cross the line, I believe, maybe TRT Evan. It is. He's only 2 thousandths up as of the middle sector, but I'm sure he's found a little bit of time in this final sector as he crosses the line.
Yeah.
Just starts outside the top 10. That might be beneficial.
Well, yeah, I think P11 is probably the best place to qualify, as ACOS goes P6.
Solid.
So no, Evan will not be starting P11, sorry. Yeah, usually P11 is probably the best place to start because you have a free choice of tyres. But less about him, I believe. No, it's not that Alpha Tauri.
Oscar
it's the
Mick.
other.
And he goes up to P3. I believe that's Venom, but I'm 99% sure that's Venom. But Please, someone correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep, the
Next
man
to cross the line is... Oh!
He got a bit of
He almost blew
oversteer,
it.
and it's
And
not
that's
quick
gonna be-
enough.
That's going to be what costs him. The championship leader has blown pole position here as Bad F1 Opinion smashes it out the park and takes pole position. What a lap.
Very good
And
lap from him there.
I think if Beleferox was to improve the way Bad F1 Opinion was going there, well, I think he just about had that in the bag anyway. What a qualifying performance at the team's home Grand Prix.
That's great to see.
Qualifying order then. Bad F1 Opinion, your pole sitter. Then Beleferox, Oscar Mick and Mr. Boker. Alun E, FRT Akos, FH Seed, Partick and Solid round out a very close top 10 actually. 6/10 in that top 10 is not too shabby. EXR Louis starting 11th. MS Fairley in 12th. Evan in 13th. Top in 14th. Then comes TRT Evan. ABS Jarv. Disappointed qualifying for the 4th place man in the championship. V2 Combat. PSR Mac, last week's race winner. And then Brugi Mech. No, I bottled that. I'm 99% sure I bottled that name. But Max Verstappen replica. And then Polo God. Rounding off the grid. Full grid, like I've already mentioned. We're going to get a 26 lap British Grand Prix where, surprise, surprise, in traditional British fashion, it's overcast.
I feel like the most British thing is a cup of tea on an overcast evening and Emmerdale's on in the background. And your mum's...
Emmerdale's at 7 o'clock, isn't it? I mean, feel free, viewers, to go and watch Emmerdale.
Ugh. Don't get me started. I don't know, I think in like the hierarchy, I'd say Emmerdale's at the top, and then Coronation Street, and then EastEnders, and then Hollyoake. Feel free to hate me, but
I'm not going to hate you. Debate in the chat, what's the best soap? I bet people are going to come along like, Hollyoaks. Who watches that crap? I'm sorry.
Weirdos.
I know. 15-year-old girls. Anyway, almost green light for the formation lap. Let's take a look at the strategy then. Obviously, we are expecting the simple soft to medium, or medium to soft. Drivers that have started on the mediums include EXR Louis, AMS Fairley. Evan has gone for the soft tyres, top on the mediums as well. Evan has gone for the mediums, as has PSR Mac, who actually did his best qualifying lap on them as well. But obviously all of the top 10 on softs. EXR Solid out there, getting tangled, I believe, with EXR Louis. Let's get our final predictions in then, Alfie. Who do you think is going to reign supreme here today?
Oh, I'm genuinely, I have no clue. I think I've seen Bad F1 Opinion race before. I haven't seen the top, like, I haven't seen Bell or Fox. I think I have actually, or I've seen him like in a chat before. Oscar Mick I've never seen, Mr. Boker I've never seen, obviously Alun I have, and then FRT Akos I haven't seen. So, you know, over half of these drivers I can't say I can put my finger on and tell you their racing style, but I can tell you I know Bad F1 Opinions. It's quite good despite his name. So I think it's either going to be a close call or a runaway victory for him, I'm going to say.
Yeah, I think it'll be close as well. I mean, I don't really know who to give my shout to because we'll get the inevitable commentator's curse. But absolutely, I want to see Bad F1 Opinion go on and do well, but I don't care who else goes on and does well, to be honest. I want to see drivers giving it their all, and I think that's what we're going to get today as we approach the Vale chicane now, ready to start this British Grand Prix. Should be a very, very good one. Any last predictions from the Twitch chat, get them in now, because they'll certainly be reviewed at the end of the race. We'll see who's right or who's wrong. And hopefully we'll get some interviews as well with the top P3 drivers.
Oh, nice.
Whoever that may be, we don't know.
Yeah.
I know, double nice.
No,
Should be a nice race.
No, I'm playing Pokemon Go. It's the Pokemon I've been looking for a while, and I've just...
Why?
Right.
There's a race about to start.
Okay, right, I'll
Anyway.
turn it off, alright.
The 5 red lights are coming on now, ahead of the 20 drivers, and we're revving it up now. And it's lights out, and away we go. Oh, chaos in the background already, as a Williams spews off the track, an Alpine spews off the track. Someone certainly didn't start there, or had a wheel glitch off. Whoa, my God, there's a massive accident in the background, and that is immediately a virtual safety car. I will not be surprised if this is upgraded.
So
it is a full safety car.
Qualified P3, Mr. Boca, he's out. So I'm afraid we won't be able to see what he can do. And the VSC has upgraded, if you like, into a full course safety car. Goodness gracious me. Unfortunately, I only really saw what happened out front. I didn't see what happened behind. But yeah, it's not.
No, absolutely not. And I'm going to try and get Oscar Mick back in because something seems to have happened to him. But that's honestly one of the more chaotic starts I've ever seen. I was not expecting that.
I think I am with you there. I believe
that was a.
We have 4 cars out already. 4 cars.
Crazy. Which account is it? I think it's that one. Yeah, it was. But yeah.
Oscar Mick
I can't believe that.
Race here, or has I think Oscar Mick's lagged out. That's why.
Lagged out, I think. Be surprised if he just left the race, considering the position he qualified in, the position that he's maintained.
How has he just gotten a 5-second penalty?
Not him. That can certainly be removed under the right circumstances.
I think his AI must have overtaken the loon then, and then on the loon screen it's saying, "Don't pass him." Or no, he's just passed him now. But what on earth is going on here?
As far as I'm aware, I think it was...
Oh wow, half the grid have pitted.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's going to pick up on that as well. But as far as I'm aware, I think it was Brugi. I'm going to call him that, sorry. But I don't think he started the race. Okay. Something happened. And that's why inevitably he got disqualified, as well as that car park at the start and the Tesco car park, or a little, I don't know. Choose your supermarkets in the Twitch chat. But I have no idea what was going on there. Bad F1 opinion, still in the lead. And F-Rocks in P2 at the moment. FH, unfortunately. That's good. But he's now down to 4th, unfortunately. FH, bit of a shambles on his part. I mean, I'm not saying it's his fault. Obviously, I mean, it would be very hard to pick someone at fault for that, especially if Brugi couldn't help it. But
I just want to very quickly give a little shout out to V2 Combat and Polo God. These guys gained 9 and 11 positions on lap 1. Obviously, safety car and half the grid pitting. I'm sure that would have played into it. But you know, obviously, give them their dues. That's a very good start.
Absolutely. As well, TRT Evan, FRT Evan. Are they the same person? I'm convinced they are. How have they got a gamer tag that's literally one character different? They're the same person, I'm telling you. But V2 Combat seems to have been hit or something by Polo God as he picks up a 5-second penalty.
I was just picking you guys up, come on.
Start crashing into each other under the safety car. TRT Seed, who was put on the hards, is into the pits again. He certainly does not want to be on those tyres. He'll be about 3 minutes behind everyone by the end of this race on that strategy. He's now gone back onto the soft, so he's going back onto a soft medium here.
Yeah. Ooh.
We should be in on this lap, ready to get racing again. I mean, that's perhaps one of the quicker safety cars I've ever seen. And understandably so.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, like that, and then...
Let me guess, you're playing Pokemon Go?
No.
No. Yes.
No, I'm checking the stock market.
Right,
I really
okay.
like Bitcoin and NFTs, and I dabble in them.
Are we allowed to promote that? I thought that gives you, like...
Not be funny, but
I don't
like...
know, conspiracy theorists.
I doubt, like, flipping Crypto.com is going to get in contact with the Friday night F1 league saying, "Oi, don't big us up."
Bad F1 opinion, ready to get the race back underway then. There is actually Crypto.com on this Aston Martin, as you can see, just below the halo. He'll get this race back underway.
Right. I think he might be saving this until, like, last minute. I wouldn't be surprised. Or he's going to do it, like, halfway through the rail chicane and get the jump.
Here he goes. When will he choose to go? It'll be green flag as soon as we cross the line. Foot to the floor for Bad F1 opinion. And we're back underway, but he runs slightly wide. And surely not into Abbey Corner. Belafrox was having a little look there. But he's about 1/10 behind into the first corner. Look at this. Will he go for it, the Haas driver? No, he won't. What's going on behind with Oscar Mick? Belafrox going for the switch back. And he's going to have another opportunity as we go through turn 4. And then on to Aintree we go, and now the Wellington straight as Belafrox still in the slipstream, but I don't think it's going to be on this occasion. Oscar Mick having a look still as he tries to retake this third position. It's a lot cleaner restart. Maybe we should have rolling starts more often, but PSR Mac, last week's race winner, has made a good restart as well, getting past ABS Jarf. He now starts his charge through the field potentially, but fairly clean up until now. Copse Corner.
Bloody hell, yeah, that was a very eventful start. Obviously, Belafrox really just lampooning that Aston Martin ahead, really pushing him. So it's great to see that they have pace. As what happened there?
PSR Mac, what a move at Maggot's Corner, getting the better of AMS Top there. So that is some commitment from the other Haas in this race. Hoping by the end of the race he can be up there in the podium positions, but we'll have to wait and see. That lap's gone by fairly quickly, as will the rest of them for sure. Lap 5 of 26. Bad F1 opinion has started to get a move on. He leads by about 3/4 of a second.
As Mac's actually gone quickest, by 4/10. So that Haas livery car has pace, and it has a lot of it.
Will he go for it? At the loop, he's going down the inside of the Mercedes. Will he get it done into turn 5? He's still on the inside.
He's got to use it up his ERS here to get ahead, or it's going to have to be a dive bomb from the Shadow Realm, and it's going to be option 2. But the Mercedes sticks it out. The Mercedes goes a little bit off track there, and Mac will have the traction out of the corner. But no, the Mercedes is still ahead as my throat is already going.
This is a great battle, and it's going to resume side by side into Copse Corner with the Mercedes on the inside, and around the outside goes Mac. What a move. Once again, he's putting on a show already.
Oh, that was balls from both of them, but by the looks of it, Mac had a little bit more. And is that rain? Is that rain coming down on the track?
It is!
It is!
It's raining!
Goodness gracious me!
Unbelievable!
Oh, this could not get any more British. Oh my,
and this race has already evolved into something rather chaotic. Even from the opening lap we knew, well, 4 DNFs on the opening lap, really. But now the rain has arrived as well. The DRS is enabled for now. Obviously because it's not wet enough yet, but here comes Polo God. He's twisting and turning, trying to find a way past Me Too Combat.
And he goes wide there. Mac might have a look into turn 3. Is he? No, he's not. He's going to push him through, though. Oh, my voice. Hold on, I need to get a drink. I don't want to leave.
Okay.
Honestly, it's so good so far. Watch.
It is, and
Watch,
any
I'm going to
moment we
leave
could...
and there's going to be like a 4-car pile up into Vale or Stowe or something.
Oh, and down the inside goes Mac here at Brooklands. It's again, he's side by side with the Mercedes through this part of the track. This time he's going to go
switchback though.
for the over and under.
Jarve's gone on
and
into
will he get it done? Jarve's gone for a really early gamble. He was quite far behind, so he's really had to take a gamble of some sort. PSR Mac has just got so much confidence at the moment. It's been a joy watching him drive so far. My controller batteries are low. I have severe PTBD, post-traumatic battery disorder, from last week where I completely messed up. But here goes PSR Mac on Polo God with the DRS now enabled. Look how quick this Haas is in a straight line at the moment. Further forward we have Alan E, I believe, and Oscar Mick going side by side, and they still are into the rear chicane.
And Oscar's gotten ahead. Speaking of ahead, Mac gets ahead of Polo God, and Polo God has spun. The Mercedes driver has spun, exiting Vale and onto Club. So gutting, absolutely gutting from the Mercedes driver. He was doing so well. He's dropped back, but more cars are pitting and they're going for inters. So they're copying what Jarve has done. They clearly see something that us commentators can't quite.
Yellow flag.
There's a yellow sector
Polo
1.
God
Is that Polo God again? Yes, it is. Is the rain really that bad? From my screen, I don't know about you. It looks all right. The track seems dry enough for people to stay on the slicks. Speaking of slick runners, Polo God spun again.
I wonder if ACOS could maybe benefit from this. You know, the track conditions can just turn in the blink of an eye. Vici Comet was pushing MS fairly through Brooklands there as we were talking through that. The yellow flag again. I mean, I suppose it's Polo God. His tyres are now just completely burned as a result of his now 2 spins. Make that a 3rd.
He's like a well-done
PSR Mac
state.
getting all loose. Oh, and he gets loose again, almost does. The Sergio Perez, as we mentioned earlier, for the F1 sprint. But here comes V2 Combat. Polo God is now out of the race. Could this be a decisive safety car?
Yes, it is.
It is indeed.
Yeah,
and into the pits
majority of the
comes
drivers
the
are coming in
leaders.
on inters. Aloon gets a 3-second time penalty. Bellerofox really holding up the pack. What on earth was he doing there? He really held up the pack coming into the pit.
They're all stopped. They're all stopped on the pit entrance. Absolute chaos.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. Right, I can actually get a drink now. Right, I'll be back in a second. Actually, oh, yeah, I can go.
Bad F1 opinion should keep the lead unless... No, he has kept the lead. Bellerin Fox still getting out behind him. Alani, P3. FRT Evan up into P4. TRT Evan into P5. Oscar Mick drops down to 6th because remember he had that 5-second penalty which he could serve under that safety car. Unfortunately, the safety car timing means FRT ACOS and Co could not really gain anything out of that. But to be fair, one beneficial thing is that they've got the safety car pack anyway. They're all bunched up. And 2 safety cars, rain, massive pile up at the first corner on that one. Everyone's stopping into the pit lane. Incredible side-by-side action. This race has been incredible so far.
I'm hoping I didn't miss anything. I'm presuming that's a yes, or has he gone? I'm presuming he's gone to fill up his water after.
Sorry.
What can only be described. Oh,
sorry, no,
back.
I'm here. Batteries. It was a good opportunity to do so.
I'm presuming I didn't miss much then.
No, not really. No, nothing at all, really. I guess we go back to the position changes, though. FRT Evan up 9 places. TRT Evan up 10. PSR Mac also up 10. He's really in this fight. He's got some incredible pace, has PSR Mac. We've seen him pull off moves, which is difficult at Silverstone. It doesn't seem like it. But on the game, it is very, very difficult. But he's done that with ease so far. It's looking good to progress further forward in this one. Lap 9 of 26.
It feels like we've been through like a novel, and yet we're only on lap 9.
Gonna need a whole library to record this race.
At this rate, probably, yeah.
Oh. 15 of the 20 runners remain.
Right. Oh, that's annoying. I've lost my ear, like, actual bud bit. So I cannot have both in my ear. It's just one. Oh well.
What a shame. How will we cope? Yeah, ABS Jarv catching up to the pack as we speak. It was a minute down just a moment ago, but he's caught back within 20 seconds of the pack. That probably means we'll have an extra lap behind the safety car while we just wait for him to catch up even more. Although he might make it, as he's now heading into Cops. The pack is exiting.
I don't think you'll have enough. Unless the safety car really slows up. Let's see. Yeah, safety car's gonna, I'm presuming, stay out for another lap. Still be a very late call. Yeah, the safety car's gonna stay out for a bit longer.
Should go in then at the end of lap 10. No reason why we shouldn't, now that the whole field has arrived. Technically an Aston Martin 1-2, as Bernd Meyerlander leads in his Aston Martin, ahead of Bad F1 Opinion.
Yeah, see, quite like that. I think that gamble to box quite early on into didn't really benefit him, and obviously he did get caught out with the safety car. So I suppose those like group of cars that boxed before the safety car came out, they've lost a lot. They've lost about 7-8 seconds to the cars. Well, they were racing beforehand.
Yeah, indeed, and unfortunately that's just racing. I mean, you get lucky sometimes, and sometimes you don't. So it's what it is. Still a long, long way to go. Should be our last tour of Cops behind this safety car. Polo God now leaving the session. There's been a couple of questions. I've just had a peek into the Tier 1 chat. FH is quite unhappy with that situation. And obviously he was one who pit early onto intermediates. He pit that lap before. He's now questioning Polo God of maybe an intentional crash. I believe PSR Gorgon doing so as well. So we'll have to see about that one at the end of the race. We'll be in a lot of trouble if deemed to be intentional. I know he was struggling on his tyres, that was evident, but how I'm just baffled to how you just don't drive slowly, try and cool your tyres down instead of maybe. I mean, it was on the straight as well, so how we lost it there was a bit baffling, but We'll see. Safety car is in this lap, by the way. And bad F1 opinion is going to have to do his second safety car restart. It was nervy on the first one. Can he do better on the second? This time in wet conditions. Bad F1 opinion is going to take a nice wide line out of there. This gets Bella Fox nice and close around the corner. Foot to the floor, and we are green once again here at Silverstone as Bella Fox still close behind the Aston Martin as he is now for the second restart
I think he
in a
might
row.
try something into
Will he
turn
go
one.
for it?
I wouldn't be surprised. No, he doesn't though. He has a little lock-up instead.
The outside
I'd say
is
at the moment he's looking a bit more confident than bad F1 opinion. Although bad to get, actually quite a good exit out of there. Give him his dues there.
Don't think we're going to see particularly many overtakes. Risk versus reward is a lot greater in the wet conditions. AMS top did have a look though. PSR Mac will be one that isn't afraid of going for a move. He's perhaps the closest behind another car on track to do so, but we've just seen how much he's really pushing it at the moment. We've seen a few moments where it looks like he could just completely lose it and have a spin, but his car control has been excellent. Down 2 gears into Copse Corner. He's got a good run, has PSR Mac, but he's certainly not going to go for it into Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel, is he? Dirty air, quite noticeable.
It's a very tight top few cars. This time last safety car restart, Bad F1 opinion had a much bigger gap to Bella Fox. So I'm presuming Bad's actually not doing as well as he could be in these conditions as Bowazzo.
Oh, here goes Mac.
Lockup.
He's, oh, what a move. Again from Mac down the inside at Vale. Who saw that coming? This guy is overtaking everywhere possible on this track. Next it will be turn 1, for goodness sake. He's done it at Copse. He's done it at Vale.
He's overtaking anything with a pulse at this rate.
Incredible. Is he going to go for it again?
Yes, he is.
Oh, Oscar
I think he might actually have a shot though. Oh no, he's a bit too far back to have any overtaking opportunity. But he is certainly the currently like the overtaker of this race. He is the comeback kid. Whereabouts did he qualify?
Like 18th, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 18th, bang on the money there. So he's done very well. We're not even halfway through this race and he's made up over double the positions that he... Wait, no! I don't know where I was going with that.
It's all good. One battle that is brewing is Evan versus Evan. And I would pay so much to commentate an Evan versus Evan fight here.
Max
Both of them go...
There on Mick. Did a really good run. Down the straight, he's got his DRS open. He's revving that engine to the higher res.
Evan versus Evan is happening. Evan versus Evan is also happening for P4, and Evan go side by side into the Vale chicane. Call it the Evan chicane at this point. TRT Evan gets ahead of...
Max doing him. Max doing Mick. Mac and Mick are having a little bit of a battle. Oscar Mick's barely stayed ahead there. Into turn 1 though. Mac just backs
this
out
is a run,
bit.
this
no,
is a
he
run.
Doesn't.
He's going to go for
down
it.
The inside.
He's got the move done at Village, has he? Turn 3, and around goes
No.
Oscar Mick. The man who started P3 is sadly around AMS Fairley and FRT ACOS side by side as well. It's all starting to happen here, and contact between the Mercedes and the AlphaTauri as they head down the Wellington Straight. Who will come out on top in this battle for P8? Down the inside goes FRT ACOS, and that should be job done for him, but... Again, while all that was happening, TRT Evan was having a look down the inside of Alan E. So, I mean, a lot of confidence in this field at the moment to try these wet weather overtakes.
I think just going back to that incident between Oscar and Mac, I think it's just a racing incident. Neither one's more to blame. You know, you're racing. You're going to be doing optimistic moves and you're going to be defending as aggressively as you can.
Here we go again.
I'd say.
Sorry to interrupt with Mac. What an exit. How does he keep doing this? P5 now for the Haas as Evan tries to keep his nose in, but ultimately is told no by PSR Mac, and he goes up now into 5th place, and on penalties, this is net 3rd.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to win this. Actually, yeah, that's going to be my crazy prediction. Mac's going to win this race. But at this rate, I don't see why not. I don't think this race is going to go anytime soon. Oh, hold on, my nose just went all funny there. I don't see any reason why not to put any money on him winning. He's, you know, he's just doing such consistent moves with no real, you know, punishment for the car that he's overtaking. Obviously, he did accidentally spin around Oscar Mick just a few moments ago. He's just, you know, he's keeping his overtakes clean, and importantly, he's doing them fairly.
Yeah, absolutely. FH seems to be struggling a little bit at the moment. He had a great side-by-side battle with V2 Combat. V2 Combat ran really wide at the final corner, but did keep the position in the end. Let's go back to PSR Matt, because we know how strong he is through Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. Look, honestly, so much confidence. I think he's gone for a wet setup, you know. I think he saw it in qualifying and has gone, look, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the predominantly wet setup.
Yeah, with the race he's been racing so far, and obviously qualifying quite low down, I think, you know, we're putting 2 and 2 together here. We might be getting 5, or we're getting 4. Either way, what he's doing at the moment, it's amazing.
How he keeps just sliding the car through corners as well, with hardly losing any time. His driving style just seems to be so suited to this track, these conditions, and here comes TRT Evan down the inside of Village. They're gonna bang wheels, surely. I think they just avoid contact, the two. Evan gets a tad bit of oversteer, tries to go now around the outside, and they've come together!
They're taking each other out!
Oh no!
The Loon's out! Evan's got the car going, but I believe he has front wing damage. Oh, that's massive! That is massive! Between the two drivers, that's going to be another weekend that a Loon doesn't score points. Safety car, no form of safety car has been called out just yet. This promotes Mac up into P3 though. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Side by side now between the two Alfa Romeos as they come down into Copper's Corner. FH getting the better of that. Surely TRT Evan has some damage, but I cannot believe this race just keeps escalating, and look who's starting to close the gap on his teammate and the championship leader, Beleferox. I mean, Mac is starting to announce himself. I'm not sure if he has a full-time seat or something. I mean, he's still listed as a reserve from what I'm aware of, but I mean, first race last week, taking the win in style. He's starting to close in, and will he do it again?
Yep, Evan's in. If you're Mac, you might as well buy some lottery ticket. A lottery ticket at this rate, you know.
But it hasn't been luck. Everything he's done has been spot on.
Goodness gracious me. Yeah, I think I genuinely just, it's so great to see. I'd like to see him try TRL and maybe drive an Alpine car, please.
FH going backwards at the moment. EXR solid right behind as well. I think he might have made a mistake of some form. And look at this now. He's under pressure as well by, from Oscar Mick just behind as well. So, race sadly going in the wrong direction for FH. TRT Seed trying to make progress again now.
FH is off. FH is off. Big incident.
And he's out.
The old pit straight, not the current one. VSC. And that's a VSC.
Third place man in the championship, FH, who, if he got it to the checkered flag as the race winner, obviously it wasn't his fault that he disconnected. He would have gone into this race surely leading the championship, and that has just surely been a massive confidence dent. He's just had a horrific race, unfortunately. His qualifying wasn't the best either. But FH becomes the 7th non-finisher today. Only a virtual safety car. Hasn't been upgraded. Which I'm surprised, because we had Alan in the wall as well. FH now as well. We're not going to get the 3rd safety car of the day just yet. Bad F1 opinion with a 2-second lead.
Well, we've had 3 full course cautions, 2 being a physical and 1 being a virtual. But it's so... Oh, I was going to say it's been so unpredictable. It's not. We're back racing on the way. And Mac has already caught up to his teammate. 3.5 tenths differentiate the 2 Haas liveried vehicles. So, no words, honestly. What he's been doing so far, it is literally magic.
Little
lock up on the front
magic.
left for him there.
He wears a magic hat.
Number 87, that must be a very skillful number. Maybe I'll try it out someday. What's your race number then?
I used to use 47, but Mick Schumacher took it, so I went back to 9, which I used to... which I couldn't use, because...
Mazepin took that.
Oh, what do I use then? Of course, Mazepin. What do I use on this game? I don't even know. I don't league race, so I don't really pay attention to
Speaking
what
of the Haas drivers...
Here they go! Enough of the
Mac.
Haas drivers in real life. Here they go side by side in the game. PSR Mac going for P2 on the championship leader.
He's so much more confident on those brakes than his teammate. He gets a snap of oversteer.
And he's going to go down the inside.
Send it.
What a move.
And
he's done it again.
Done.
That PSR Mac. How?
No words. There are no words for
No
this.
words.
This is a masterclass. And he's already catching bad F1 opinions.
We're going
to let's give our dues to bad F1 opinions. He's been driving a superb race, but Mac's just on another level.
And
bad F1 opinions on level 10, he's on level 11, level 12 even.
They're going to go at it for the race win now. This is going to be such an incredible finale to this race. Viewership just steadily increasing throughout this one. You know, get everyone watching right now, because, we're about to see a crazy race come down to the very final laps here, as PSR Mac now needs to just drive how he has been, you know, no room for error.
The gap stayed the same here. The gap has stayed the same, so he just needs to... Maybe he's just having a lap to just calm down after what can only be described as a crazy race. Actually, no, scratch that. Look, he's already caught 4 tenths just through Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel.
How he has so much pace through Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel, I do not know. And he has it through Stowe as well. Watch this. That wasn't the perfect demonstration, as bad F1 opinion had an equally similar run, but so much confidence.
Yeah, I think he has to be running some form of dry setup. I don't know about you, I was not expecting any form of rain to come down during this race, so it's either he's gambled it or he's just working quite well in these conditions.
I saw the Hazard NFO in the Twitch chat, but apparently there's rain. I didn't know when this was coming. Oh, and contact as 2 drivers go around FRT ACOS. And I think, was that AMS Top just surviving that there? But yeah, was that move really on? I don't know. But V2 Combat is going to say thank you very much. And a great race from him, to be honest. He's up now to P5.
So many people have been doing great races. You know, obviously we're just looking at the top class race at the moment from Mac. So many people have been doing, I suppose, masterclasses in their own way. Obviously, Combat's had an absolute comeback from him.
It won't be long before we see the overtake for the race lead. Look at this, through Maggots, Beckett's, and then on to Chapel. So fast through there, lightning quick. And Bella Ferox picks up a 3-second penalty, which could well hand FRT Evan the podium as we speak as well. PSR Mac now just half a second back from bad F1 opinion, as we're about to see a titan battle for the race lead, because these two on another level today. With all credit to Bella Fox as well. He's shown why he's so consistent, being continuously up there in the top 3. Sadly, he's got a penalty now as well and has dropped 2 seconds behind his teammate. PSR Mac is flying. His wheel movements just seem to be so suited, glued to the circuit, even drifting every corner it looks like. Look at this on the power. He's given it absolutely everything, as he has done for the past 20 laps. Could this be the completion of the 18th to question mark challenge for PSR Mac?
So, just a little bit of information. I don't want to be one of those sort of like cocky guys who go, oh, I know this because I can't. But in wet weather, when you have slides, if you can control it, they're, you know, they are not beneficial, but they are very similar pace to obviously not losing it. All that happens is that the rear gets a little bit light. You just let the rear be light for that split moment and then it's back to you. But look at the confidence from Mac, just through Maggots, Beckett, coming through Chapel now. He's going to open up his ERS and his throttle down the straight. Oh my, I've only just seen these tyres. I don't think we'll be able to go to the end.
That's what I'm thinking as well. I mean, I'm not sure. I've not really seen a full intermediate stint at Silverstone.
I can imagine they can do around about 13 laps. These tyres are about to do, hold on, I'll perfectly time this. They've done 12 laps now.
I think they're pushing 13 as well, because I think the game likes to count it. It doesn't count the outlap, so technically they're now pushing 13 laps, just over. PSR Mac now 2/10 behind. Here we go then, surely, will it be into Brooklands? If not, certainly down the hangers, ABS Jarve becomes DNF number 8, if my maths is correct. So here we go, he's lost a little bit of time now, PSR Mac, it won't be just yet.
No, I think, I wouldn't be surprised if he's, like, sort of nursing the tyres a bit. As bad if one opinion goes quite wide there. The advantages of going wide, to be honest, is that you can get better traction. It does go for the dry as well, just not nearly as much of an advantage. Take, for example, Zandvoort, you know, how wide they were going through turn 1 to, I think, turn 3 or turn 4. You know, the long left banked corner. Obviously, they were going so wide there, but just wasn't. Wait, where was I going with that? I've lost my train of thought. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, usually taking the outside line, especially in these sort of conditions, can benefit, but sticking to the racing line is still the way to go. As bad as one opinions, was he sort of dummying, going into the pits there? I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
I've been told by Mr. Sam Cole that Inters will make the end easily. So if that's the case, that's good.
Oh, hi,
I don't
Sam.
I don't want to see too much tyre
It's
drama.
me, G-Dub, V-Dub.
I wonder if he's about in the Twitch chat, but I don't know. I got pinged for the Tier 1 main chat, so we'll see. But yeah, PSR Mac is just being denied at the moment because Bad F1 Opinion is driving perfectly as well. This is what you get.
Oh,
Oof,
Mac
gets
got
loose
a
again.
Yeah. I think Mac might have been pushing his tyres a bit too much then. I think those rears are going. I think Mac's sort of had a bit of a surplus of tyre wear and is now struggling.
We're starting to see a lot more time penalties come into play as well. I wonder if Bad F1 Opinion and PSR Mac are perhaps vulnerable to that. I'll be interested to just have a quick peek at their warnings. Bad F1 Opinion has 2 warnings. PSR Mac has 3, but I think there were some collision warnings on the first lap. So we'll just say, just for argument, 1 and 2.
Mac almost lost the rear there. Currently, I wouldn't be surprised if Bad F1 Opinion's on better tyre wear. How long, like, you know, obviously he hasn't really needed to push nearly as much as what Mac has. If they go to the end, they are going to be going to the end. I feel like it's too late in the Grand Prix to box.
FRT Acos having a bit of a bit of an issue staying on the track at the moment. He's finally back underway. Oh, or is he? There we go. Oh, and PSR Mac gets the 3-second penalty, which we were just talking about. And for PSR Mac, the opportunity might have just gone from that 3-second penalty. He will keep P2 as it stands, which, don't get me wrong, is an incredible result. But bad F1 opinion now can just ease maybe a little bit his driving. Try not to get that penalty. Because even if PSR Mac does overtake, he's got to pull that 3 seconds. But bad F1 opinion still pushing the gap now to around 8 or 9 tenths of a second at times. So he's got nothing to worry about, bad F1 opinion at this point. Another DNF, by the way.
That's the 9th.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the drivers finishing this race are going to get points, apart from Evan at this rate. Yeah, what is there to really say? It's just been such an eventful race for so many people.
PSR Mac is getting closer down the Hanger Straight and into Stowe. He's about 3 tenths back on bad F1 opinion. We've seen some of his creative moves into the Vale chicane. Again, just drifting on the exit of the corner. PSR Mac will still not give in this fight because bad F1 opinion could easily get that penalty as well. PSR Mac has been stuck now in dirty air for some time, so his lightning pace has dropped off ever so slightly, but look at the run he's got! Will he go for it for the race lead on track? Went to the right, and then went to the left, now down the inside goes PSR Mac!
Oh, I think a bit of contact was made there, even more there. And Mac's ahead, Mac's leading. He's now got to pull 3 seconds to bad F1 opinions. Unless bad gets... Yep. This is tight to call. I think the penalty will affect this result, whether it will be the win or the second for Mac. Either way, in my eyes, he's a winner. He's just driven such a smooth race. No real, incidents from him. It's just been clean. Yeah, only 2 drivers are going to finish with no penalties. Those being bad F1 opinion and Evan, McLaren Evan, not Alfa Romeo.
Exactly. AMS top now with 6 seconds of penalty, so that would cost him a position. As it stands, we've got 2 laps to go when PSR Mac crosses the line. Now the race leader on track. He just needs to find about 2.4 seconds to go on and claim this race win for good. He gets a much better exit there than bad F1 opinion he has done now for a few laps. PSR Mac will somehow be driving with his fingers crossed. The bad F1 opinion gets a penalty.
Whether he will, though, I'm not sure. I do think bad F1 opinions has got enough car control to be able to, well, how do I put this? I don't think he's going to go just a bit too wide and get a penalty. I think Bad's got this in the bag.
Into Cop's corner for the second to last time. PSR Mac, who hasn't had any issues through there, nor his bad F1 opinion, and nor has most of the grid, to be honest. It has still been a fairly easy corner in the wet. PSR Mac runs wide onto the grass and still manages to keep his car under control. The gap now just over 1 second. He needs to find 2 more seconds on the final lap, and although I highly doubt it, let's not rule anything out, as AMS Top gets 9 seconds now worth of time penalties, and I think he's side by side and behind actually AMS Fairley, so something's gone on there at Chapel as we start now the final lap of this mind-blowing British Grand Prix, with PSR Mac in the lead by 9/10 of a second over Bad F1 Opinion, who's still on for this race victory. And although he hasn't led every lap, Bad F1 Opinion, he can be so proud of himself for what he's done. Max gets another one, and that surely is game over for the Haas driver. He makes a critical error, and surely this is going to be Bad F1 Opinion's day after all.
I just saw him go wide ever so slightly. I wasn't sure what happened. I'm sure it would have been like a snap of oversteer, something along those lines. Firstly, I thought, is that a puncture? Also, he's kept it on the track, so I doubt it, but I wouldn't be surprised if these guys are close to it, maybe 70-80% tyre wear. These guys are pushing, and incidents like that will happen. So Mac, despite doing so well at this rate, he might finish P3.
It's going to be
close.
At
most, I see him finishing P2.
It's going to be close. Belafrox is within the 3 seconds that he needs to take P2. Now he's outside of it, as unsurprising through Maggots, Beckets and Chapel. That gap just extends, but for PSR Mac, gets a further 3 seconds of penalties on this final lap. He had 3 seconds to his name anyway, and for Bad F1 Opinion just behind, this win was never in doubt, even with the charging Haas behind him, surely. But for PSR Mac, you've put on a show for us today. You crossed the line as the leader on track, but Bad F1 Opinion wins the British Grand Prix. Take a bloody bow.
Belafrox just missed up by 2/10. He's going to be kicking himself. But a great drive from him as well. Obviously, he's sort of gone under the radar. He's had a good drive. You know, a lot of people have done well. Just because somebody's came from 18th to 1st doesn't mean that other people's achievements should go unnoticed. You know, for example, hold on, let me get it up. Combat made 12 positions this race, so fair play to him there.
Yeah.
Finishing a pretty good P5 for the Ferrari driver. Evan 4th, so, you know, very good drive from him. I think we're just waiting on Evan. He's just doing like a parade final lap. He didn't get lapped, so he will be the final car to finish. But wow, you know, there's no way of just disregarding what Mac did today. Obviously, he might get penalties removed, but unfortunately, track limits penalties usually don't get removed. So I believe I'm going to try and drift around. Yes, he is.
Fair play. Wow, that was incredible. No other words for it. Speechless at times, but wow, what a race. And the rain to really throw this race into chaos. But it was chaos at the start. I mean, I feel so bad for those that were wiped out in those early phases, but the top 3 don't care, that's for sure, as they spray the champagne here at the Silverstone podium.
Yeah.
Any last words then, Alfie? Because, I mean, I don't know what to say.
Everybody did well, you know. No, yeah. I don't want to sound cheesy, but I think everybody's won in their own way today. Obviously, Bad F1 Opinion will get the shiny trophy at the end of it, but I think everybody has something to be proud of.
Driver.
Yeah.
Bad driver, Alfie. Oh
crap! Yeah, sorry, my bad.
That's the first time you've called me my real name. Man.
Right.
Either
Either way.
Real names? What?
You mean to tell me Mum has a name? Oh, but yeah, I think everybody has something to be proud of today. I think, yeah, that's my overall verdict. I'm not sure about yours.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. There's a lot of takeaways from that race, and I don't mean Domino's Pizza. I mean, the way the championship as well. I mean, Ferox extends with that P3, which I'm sure he'll be chuffed about. Hopefully, get a word with the entirety of the top three. Otherwise, might be a short interview. We want this one to maybe go on a bit. But yeah, Ferox does extend the championship lead. It's his second podium of the season, despite being the championship leader. I mean, that's just the effect when FRA LMG, backs out from the season. Just consistency is important. That's a 6 points scoring finish in a row for him, and that's why he's currently the championship leader. But yeah, FH will be immensely disappointed with that. Jarv as well, not able to make it to the checker flag. So really no change, just Ferox extending championship wise. But I think now we should move on to some interviews, and let's talk to our race winner from pole position, Mr. Bad F1 Opinion. Well done. I'm so happy for you. That was so great to see. You held your nerve so well, even with the charging PSR Mac behind you. No penalties, no fuss. Boom. Victory. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great. I think I was a lot slower than Mac in the rain, but nevertheless, I'm really happy with that. I managed to just about fend off Fox, who was fast in all conditions, but luckily Matt got a few penalties, but I think he was the fastest driver today, but I'm really happy with this first win in ABS.
You had 6 points going into this race. You now leave with, 31? So, a massive day for you as well, boosting yourself up the championship, which is always important. You're certainly pushing now around the top 5 based on results today. Is that something you'll be willing to maintain? It's a long season. Are you hoping to maintain that?
Yeah, of course. I'll be looking to win every race now. Not quite, but I'll be looking to build on this and hopefully get a few top 7 finishes, which will help Aston Martin in the championship, because that's ultimately what I want to do. I want me and C to be up there in the constructors.
Thank you very much. Alfie, any questions for our race winner?
Was there at any point you were doubtful of being able to take the win? Was there any point, especially with Mac charging behind, that sort of subconsciously you were like, crap, I might lose it here,
Oh yeah, when he overtook me at turn 3, I knew I was weak. I knew I was weak at that corner. I should have closed the door a lot more, but in the end, he was really opportunistic, and it was a really good move. And at that point, I thought I was going to lose the win to a pen removal or something, but in the end, nothing happened, and I kept it.
Fair play to you there. Should we move on to the second place driver then?
I think we should. PSR Mac, so close once again. Your overtaking today was perhaps some of the most entertaining stuff I've ever seen in my couple of years commentating now. I mean, you've got so much to just be proud of yourself about for that race, but ultimately it was just let down by your 6 seconds of penalties at the end, falling short there of completing an 18th to 1st. Mixed emotions for you?
I went from 18th to 1st, so basically, that's enough.
Well, yeah,
I'm not
track.
I'm not doing the whole season because I've only just started, so a few points, 6 points won't make a whole lot of difference. So just very enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, you say it doesn't make the whole lot of difference, but especially with, the championship now as it is, you're actually not too far off, I have to say, being a contender. So even starting late, you jumping in, absolutely smashing your first 2 races,
I
I don't know how to finish.
I haven't finished off the podium yet on league racing in 2021 game, so hopefully you can continue that.
That's some record. I didn't actually know much about that. Fair play to you. Any questions from you, Alfie?
So when the penalties came through, well, in your head were you like, this is the lead gone, or were you determined to push to try and build that gap up, or were you, in doubt?
I didn't think I'd overtake him, though, so I wasn't really. I thought it wouldn't make a difference, and then I overtook him, and then I don't know. I think he kind of deserved it because he was doing such a good defending job, but and I think he made a mistake. That's why I got past because he made a mistake in the middle sector. But all through the middle sector, the whole race, I was like 3-4 tenths quicker than everyone else. And I lost it a bit in the first sector because of dirty air. So if you could see, I was like 3 tenths behind. Then it'd be 7 tenths by the end of the first sector. The long left-hander killed me.
Yeah, fair enough. I think this question goes out to both of you. Was there at any point with your tyres do you think you could have gotten a puncture? Because I can imagine that they were quite high by the end of the race.
The race finished and it was 45, the highest, or 40.
What?
It wasn't that much.
Bloody hell.
How many
Yeah,
laps did we do? From lap 11 after the safety car?
Yeah, lap 11, and mediums last the whole race, and inters have a similar wear, so I wasn't really worried about tyre wear at all, and I don't think anyone was.
I thought it was going to be much higher. So fair play to you, fair play to both of you there. That's all my questions done. I'm sure you're done as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, thanks so much for that, Alfie, and thanks for joining me, of course, because that was an absolute cracker. Congratulations to both of you, Bad F1 Opinion and PSR Mac.
Thank you.
Look at all these British flags. War. I mean, this is prime propaganda, as I mean, the top 10 dominated pretty much by British drivers, but there are a few exceptions. But anyway, I think that's where we're going to wrap up the stream today. Again, what a race, and hopefully this continues to the other tiers this weekend. Obviously, 4 tiers here in ABS, and I think it's just going to be really exciting to see what goes on. So I'll be keeping my eye out on it. Team leaders and teammates as well across the league will be keeping an eye out on that as well. I'm going to get my words out at this point. It's about time we ended. Again, thank you everyone so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.